This week, I am in the throes of recuperating and coming back from spring break. So last week, my kids had off for the always famous, always awesome spring break, and we decided to take a little family trip. And every time we travel, we road trip because we cannot really afford airfare, but it's also, I think, part of the fun. It's an adventure for us to go on a road trip. But my children actually had off the Friday before spring break. So we decided to do our big road trip on a weekday, which we don't typically do. And so as we are driving, when we're going to go through some fairly major cities, Google Maps decided to take us on the road less traveled. So I started following this path that told me it was going to save us an hour time by avoiding traffic of some of these big cities that we were going through. And we started driving on these two-lane country roads through all of these adorable little tiny towns, which was a lot of fun for us to travel through. And one of the things that I always do when I'm driving anywhere, if I drive past a cemetery, I always stop and pray the eternal rest prayer. I don't stop, I keep driving, but I stop talking or pause what I'm listening to or whatever, and I pray for the souls of the faithful departed. So that prayer goes, Eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord, and may perpetual light shine upon them, and may the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. Amen. And I repeat this prayer until we drive past the cemetery. So if it's a big cemetery, sometimes I can get through it 3 or 4 times. Most of the time with small, modest-sized cemeteries, I just drive past and have a chance to say it once. And my girls all know that I love to pray in this way. I love any opportunity to just kind of incorporate prayer naturally into our day throughout the day so that they remember that the Lord and prayer is never far from us. And so they're always pointing them out to me. Sometimes I see them, but sometimes they'll see them first and show me. But as we were driving on this road trip last week, we drove past so many little cemeteries. Every single one of these little towns, it was like the little town center, and they had their gas station and their little grocery store and just a couple few little things, and then their houses, and then right next to where they were, like right on the main road through town, was their cemetery. And so we were praying eternal rest. I mean, if it was fewer than 15 times, I would be amazed. It was so many. And I just couldn't help but think how cool it is that all of the residents of these towns get to drive past these cemeteries all the time and see them in their everyday life. I mean, some of them could probably see them from their houses, from their porches, and that they have this constant ongoing reminder of where they are headed. Because at some point, death is going to come for every single one of us. But in our modern suburban world where we have all of these beautiful, shopping developments and neighborhoods and everything is so, beautiful and looks nice. One of the things that has happened with development of cities in this ways is that the cemeteries have been taken away from view. I don't hardly ever drive by them on my daily routes when I'm just going around town, picking up my kids, going to church, all of these things. I hardly ever have the opportunity to see them and drive past them. And I'm not sure about you and how often you have that kind of really explicit reminder of where we are all headed. And we are in the season of Lent, and there is no time like Lent to be thinking about our death. Memento mori. Remember your death. Remember that death is coming for all of us, that everything we have here on earth will pass away. And the things that we get to keep, the things that we get to take with us are the non-material things, the love that we have and cultivate, those relationships, our deep devotion and awe and respect and worship of the Lord, and all of these really amazing, beautiful things that we get to bring with us into the next life. And yet we spend so much of our time and so much of our day worrying about and stressed about and preoccupied with things that won't come with us in eternity. And so this week, I would like to encourage you in a really special way to spend some time thinking about your death, asking yourself, are you ready? If the Lord decided to call you home today, are you ready to walk away from everything? Or are there relationships that you still need to repair? Do you need to make a trip to the confessional because there is something that has been weighing on you that you really need to confess and to cleanse from your soul? Are there things that you can't bear the idea of parting with that you need the Lord to help you to be able to detach from? All of these sort of things can make for a very, very beautiful and fruitful meditation. And then once you're able to recognize what it is that you need to do to prepare for your death, how the Lord is calling you to get ready for that eventual end, which may come today, it may come in another 100 years. Nobody knows the day and the hour. We just all know that it's coming. And so once you recognize what it is and where that area in your life is that you need to prepare, then I would love to strongly encourage you to consider entering into this Holy Week that starts on Sunday. Palm Sunday is Sunday already. I don't know where the time has gone, but enter into this Holy Week and make a commitment to do whatever it is you need to do, to forgive that person that you can't forgive, to make time to get to confession. A lot of times priests are more available during Lent, and they can always be reached. If you call your church office to make appointments, if the scheduled confession time doesn't work for you. But spend time with that loved one that you've been neglecting. Send that text message to somebody that you keep thinking, oh yeah, I should reach out, but I haven't yet. Figure out what it is. If you knew that you were going to be dying in the next week, how would you spend your time and how would you prepare your soul? And then make a commitment to do that this Holy Week. And then when you embrace the fact that we are all eventually going to die, it will allow you to, in the most profound way, be able to be prepared, and to enter into the Easter season fully ready to rejoice in the resurrection. Because, of course, all of us know that while our earthly bodies will die and this life will come to an end, it's not really the end for us. That's all I have for you this week. I'm Maria Riley, just a sinner in the throes of trying to be a saint.